Alright, welcome to the first ever Zombies to Aliens podcast, the podcast that's more than a story, more than a rumor, devouring pop culture backwards through the airwaves of the internet, I suppose you can say. With me today, I'm your host, Peter, also known as Nav Nebular. To my virtual left, we have Val Lynn, also known as Val. That's kind of hard, you know. Hard nickname to remember.
I'm a complicated girl.
Yes. And after Val, on my virtual round table, we have the master of disaster himself, Tyler.
Hello.
Yes. And, very good intro. After Tyler, we have my sort of counterpart. If we were Siamese twins, he would be the right to my left, the yin to my yang. We have Galaxoid, also known as Trey, also known as Onesto Stubbs.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, that's my line.
Aww.
Oh, man.
It's okay, we're wearing the same dress too, so.
He's that floating eyeball icon.
Spaffy.
What's that from, anyways?
Star Control.
Oh, yeah, Star Control, if you haven't known, is an old 3DO game, but we don't have to get into that right now. Anyways, so after Galaxoid, we have Tony, also known as Kirk 80s, Kirk Hammett fan, and actually Harry Potter fan.
Yes, two things that are completely related.
Yeah.
Dark
Basically,
magic
he
and dark
hacked
magic.
with a Metallica shirt.
That's
That's how I like to picture him. Then
okay,
after,
my line is over. Let's go.
Alright. Then after Tony, we got Edgar, future assassin, Spider-Man assassin from the future. I believe I said this before. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows. It's not a secret that he's an assassin.
It's no longer a secret. Oh.
Yeah, I think I blew it, actually. Sorry. Alright.
Yeah, sorry.
If he's not a secret assassin, does that mean he's a hitman?
That how that works?
Oh.
Possibly. Alright, so before we get into the meat and potatoes, as Galaxoid would say, of this podcast, where we're talking about Comic-Con and what we are excited for is the San Diego International Comic-Con 2014, all the panels and everything we're excited for. First, we need to do some shout-outs to followers. We actually already have followers. Some new followers to our Tumblr. We actually used to be Flibbedcast, now we switched to Zombies to Aliens. But we have new followers that are following Zombies to Aliens on Twitter and also on our Tumblr. So we like to give them a shout-out. This is a segment we call Follow Me. Alright, so let's go see who's following us. So on our Twitter, we have Utah Music Scene following us. So I don't think I ever made a connection from Zombies to Aliens to Utah, but I'm sure there's zombies and aliens in Utah, so alright, thanks for following us, you guys, and not exactly sure what you guys are all about, but it's Utah, and there's music, and it's a scenery of Utah music scene. Sounds good. Also, shout out to Aaron. I'm going to butcher your last name. Krenin? I think that is correct. Self-proclaimed American storyteller, comedian, co-creator of Ginger Orphan Playhouse and the Crinbins. Sounds awesome.
You guys are longer title than I had.
Yeah. So everyone, I'm also following you on Twitter, where we reciprocate the follow. So if you ever want to get your word out there, follow us, and we'll give you a shout out. Also, we're following Game Killing Machine. It's a tweet for all gamers, I guess hardcore gamers, and they have a YouTube channel on there. So Game Killing Machine, we are following you. Your Twitter username is actually XXMonsterReadXX. Also following Tammy Burnett at Burnett02 is nice. Probably a real person, so that's nice. Also, we're following, I think this is really amazing, and I need to contact these guys as soon as possible, we are being followed on our Twitter by Drinking Quest. Okay, now let me explain a little bit what Drinking Quest is. Drinking Quest is an RPG game that is based around the drinking of alcoholic beverages. It's pretty much a board game. It's pretty much Hero Quest, but with drinking. And who would not like that, I ask of you? So, Drinking Quest, please get in contact with us. We'd like to get an interview and promote your stuff, because that's pretty awesome, and I will eventually get your board game. Or you can send it for free, maybe? Okay, never mind. Alright, so that's the followers on Twitter. We have 3 new people on following us on Tumblr. First off is actually got a lot more from our flipped cast days, so I will go through those real fast. First is mediapic.co.uk is following us. Couple one with some default Tumblr pictures, so I hope you guys are real and not just spam bots. We got Nude Moxia, Moxida, Noki, and this is actually exciting. Since we posted tags for SDCC 2014, we are now being followed by Funko Pop Vinyl. They make those cute little adorable action figures of comic book characters, video game characters. You probably see them. They have the really big heads and the really big doe eyes, and they're just so adorable and awesome. And they're following us, so that's great. We're also being followed by Gamer Assault Weekly and Star Wars Rocks. And
how did they get that username?
Because they rock, and I don't know. I know we're also being followed. I don't know if we mentioned this on Flipcast. We're being followed by DC Comics Citadel. So, thanks, guys. Thanks for following us on Tumblr, and we hope we kept our fan base from Flipcast because you guys are important to us, and we hope you're listening now. All right, so that's our segment called Follow Me. Now we're going to go into our segment called What Are We Playing, where we're going to talk about the video games we're playing, or just mention the title of the video games you're playing. So this segment's called, affectionately, What Are We Playing? Play song.
Hey!
You know what? Actually, it sounded just like what you were doing.
Nice.
Alright, what are you playing? So what are we playing? Starting off with Valen, what have you been playing recently on the Steam or any console or PC? Val? I cannot hear Val.
Ruh-roh.
Here she goes.
We could, I could go first if you'd like.
Yes, let's go with Tony then.
I'm playing Fallout 3.
Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Classic game.
What year is it?
Recently?
Sorry?
Why have you started to play it recently?
I've actually got it last Christmas, but I just started, and I started it last Christmas, but I never finished it, and so now I am actually finishing it. Why? Because it's awesome.
It is awesome.
Are you on the 360, Tony, with that?
No, I'm on the PS3.
Okay.
Wait until you play Fallout New Vegas. That's where it gets awesome.
Yeah, I have
Anyone
that.
else? What else are we playing? I am personally playing a lot of a lot of old games, actually. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag on the Wii U. Just because I like to see it in tiny screen format, really.
You said old games. That's funny.
Yeah. Nothing. We don't like to go next gen here. Anyone else? How about you, Edgar? What are you playing?
I've been playing with my cousins Borderlands 1 and 2 because they had never played it, and they had to play it if they want to like see what amazing is.
Right. So you never played it at all, and now you started to play it.
Yeah.
What are your impressions?
Well, the first one doesn't have any kind of history, but it's still amazing because you can use a lot of weapons and it's like an open sandbox. And the second one, it's just hilarious. Just hilarious. You have guns, you got comedy, you got everything.
Yeah, and the Borderlands people got two new games coming out. One from Telltale Games, which is going to be a point-and-click adventure, just like the Walking Dead Telltale series. And then they got another one of Borderlands, which is going to be based on the moon, so that's going to be pretty awesome.
The pre-sequel.
Yes. All right, so how about you, Galaxoid? What have you been playing besides Gang Beasts and beating me up?
I've started LA Noire, believe it or not. Just trying to beat that again, but it doesn't run very good on PC, unfortunately. I've been playing some Take on Helicopters, which I'll upload a video shortly for the Z2A Google page, which is basically Arma 2 Seattle. Really interesting.
Cool. And lastly, well, we gotta get to Val if her mic's working.
She's
Tyler,
up.
what are you playing?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, let Val go.
We'll let Val go, yes. Ladies first.
Funny that you should mention Fallout New Vegas, because that's exactly what I've been playing. The game's been out for a while, and I still hadn't finished any of the expansions. So I've been just going through and trying to level up my character and get out to the wasteland. So that's what I've been doing. Plus, there's a lot of mods that I've been adding to extend the life of the game. So, that's me all over that,
What can you tell Tony about it, Vila? Is it basically Fallout 3 with strippers and gambling?
Actually, I heard a lot of people really don't like New Vegas, but I like it because I'm actually in Vegas, so I'm like, hey, that's not even nowhere near this place, So it's kind of more immersive for me because I'm actually out here. But I liked it. I thought it was pretty awesome. Best way to go about it is get a Tale of Two Wastelands. It's a major mod that combines the games of Fallout 3 and New Vegas, so you can travel back and forth from the Wasteland to the DC area and get all that lore in,
How does that handle all that rendering? What the hell? This is insane.
Lots of render. All right, and lastly, Mr. Tyler, what have you been playing, sir?
Mostly I've been playing Payday 2, which I'm enjoying. That's kind of an older game I'm playing. I guess it's older. When did that come out? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's newish. It's newer than the other Payday.
Right.
But, I've been having fun being frustrated with it, and I also, on the last day of the Steam sale, I picked up Divinity Original Sin, which is a very kind of classic RPG, kind of like it makes me think of Neverwinter Nights or Baldur's Gate, like that. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm only a couple hours in, but it's a really good game. It's actually a Kickstarter game, so I was a little hesitant to pick it up. But there were a lot of people online talking about it and how good it was, and it actually got a full release the day the Steam sale ended.
What's the name of that?
Divinity Original Sin.
Sounds cool.
But yeah, it's pretty fun. If you like kind of old school pen and paper style RPGs, I would recommend it. But it is a little graphically intense. If you have an older machine, my graphics card hasn't been updated in a while, so. I can't have VSync on or anything without the frame rate dipping.
Is it an isometric view or like?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's isometric, and you can move the camera around a bit.
Oh.
You can zoom in quite a ways, and they have some. There's some cool little things like you can interact with almost any object in the environment, and you can pick. They have a puzzle element where you can pick up and move objects to set them on buttons or something, and there's also substances like so if it's raining outside, your characters get wet and dark and shiny, and if they get hit by a lightning spell, it'll do more damage because of the water. So it's just kind of cool little things like that. Anyway.
Cool. That's awesome. I just had a thought. We should play Dungeons and Dragons and broadcast it while drinking. So pretty much it's basically Drinking Quest, but with Dungeons and Dragons.
Dwarf Quest.
I
Yeah.
am so down.
Right. We need to get on that. Anyways.
It'll be like the last time we played D&D.
I wonder if they let you drink at Comic-Con. Something tells me no.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
But that would be great, because there's a lot of D&D action going there. Oh, so let's get into the... Oh, wait, no, not yet. Sorry.
Oh dear.
That's wrong. Let us talk about what we have been watching. The next segment we call What We Are Watching. It's pretty creative.
After the name.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. What you watching? All right. So we're gonna. I think it needed something there at the end. Okay, so we're gonna start. Let's start all the way to my virtual left, and we'll start with Edgar, and ask him, Edgar. Hey, Edgar.
What's up?
What are you watching, Edgar?
What's up? I've been watching Dexter because it's a great series. One, you should not watch it. I'm watching. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it's called Metastases. It's basically Breaking Bad but from Colombia. It's just hilarious because if you've already seen the original Breaking Bad, it's just gonna see like every single detail. They copy it and just translate it into Spanish, and just amazing.
That sounds awesome. Are you just started to rewatch Dexter again just for fun?
Yeah, just for fun.
Cool. I need to do that, especially like with Walking Dead or something. Feel like I'm missing out on stuff or don't remember something. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, you should do that.
Edgar, Dexter, and what's it called? Metastases?
Metastases, yeah.
Great. I got it right. Surprisingly. All right. So after Edgar, let's go to Tony. Tony, what are you watching, good sir?
I'm watching Under the Dome. I'm almost on season 2, which is actually a nice tie-in with Comic-Con thing, because I'm excited to see, hopefully, the panel for that.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. What day is that, anyways?
That's on Thursday.
Cool. We will have to be there. We're zombies to aliens. We're everywhere. All right. Any movies, you guys? Any? I got a movie, but I'll get to me last. All right. How about you, Mr. Ernesto Stubbs, also known as Galaxoid and also known as Trey, because you have 3 nicknames.
Well, probably boring to other people, but I've been watching a documentary series from history. They at one point did make documentaries, not just were Pawn Stars, called Rome: The Rise and Fall of an Empire. And it's nicely shot. Kind of skips around a little bit and skips details, but it's been good. I almost finished the whole series from the library.
What is the library, good sir?
Oh.
It's kind of like Netflix except for books.
And it's free.
Oh yeah, it's free too. And
you got books on
another-
your instant queue, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
There's another thing I was watching, but though it escapes me. I don't know. Probably some old G.I. Joe on Netflix.
Oh, cool. As opposed to Retaliation. Like,
Oh well, I did see that. By the way, Adrian Pilecki is hot, but no, just my Saturday morning consists of Rome documentaries and then G.I. Joes.
Sounds good. All right. So after Mr. Ernesto Stubbs, we got Mr. Tyler. What have you been watching, sir?
I'm actually on season 4 now of Breaking Bad. I'm very late to the party.
What?
I strongly, if you can avoid spoilers, I highly recommend waiting until a show is done to watch it, because then the cliffhangers aren't nearly as painful. You can just keep on watching right through till the end.
That's what makes it so
Sweet.
exciting.
Yeah.
Binge watch.
And as for movies, I recently-ish watched Attack the Block, which I strongly recommend. It's a British sci-fi movie.
I love that movie, man.
And it's got Nick Frost of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz in it. And it also has John Boyega, who is one of the main characters in Episode 7 of Star Wars.
Yes, that's what I was going to say, too. Yes. Yeah, I have not seen Attack the Block, but I will definitely before Star Wars comes out. That is awesome. Okay, now, Val, what are you watching, good lady?
Actually, I have been watching the reboot of Sailor Moon. It's Sailor Moon Crystal. There's only 2 episodes out so far, but I am loving it. It's very, I don't know how to describe the art style. It's very, I want to say fan artish. It's what everyone drew after watching the originals. And, I kind of missed the horrible overdub of Sailor Moon's voice, from the older cartoons, but it's not bad. I'll take it. It's Sailor Moon any way I can get it.
That's cool.
And I've been watching the new season of Orange is the New Black.
Yes.
So far, I'm not liking it, unfortunately.
Really?
Yes.
You're on.
I don't know. I don't really identify with the main character that much, so I'm just like, whatever. Let's go back to the rest of the crew. See how they're doing. Captain Janeway. That's where my focus is.
Yeah, Red's awesome. I love Red.
Red is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it gets better mid-season.
Oh, good. Well, I'm gonna keep at it. I gotta support my female captain.
Hey, real quick, can we get a impression of the overdubbing Sailor Moon voice by any chance?
Really? You're gonna make me do this? Oh.
Go
okay.
for it.
Oh, gee! I wish I were such a princess, so I wouldn't have to go to school and do all this homework.
That's exactly how it sounds. It's terrible.
What is the storyline for the new Sailor Moon? Or
it's the same. It's just about her getting her powers and meeting up with the rest of the crew, and it's pretty much just a direct reboot so far. It looks like so.
Cool.
I'll be interested to see if they change it up or anything, but so far it's been pretty awesome, pretty magical girls.
Nice. And I myself have been watching. I just watched last night Paranormal Activity: The Marked Ones, which some of the Paranormal Activities movies are a hit and miss. This one was actually all right. I like the ending, actually. The ending was my favorite because it's just pretty awesome. We'll do a segment here on Zombies to Aliens. We'll call spoiler alert while we go more in depth into things. But yeah, I like the Mark one. The ending was awesome. My favorite Paranormal Activity was probably the first one, and then I really liked the third one a lot because that was kind of a prequel. Besides that, I've been watching on Netflix a series called An Idiot Abroad with
Carl Pilkington.
And Carl Pilkington, or also known as Carl Pilkington's Seven Wonders of the World. I think that was the original title. Mm-hmm. And he's very frustrated that it's called Idiot Abroad. If you haven't watched that, if you're not really even big on travel, I suggest watching it because it is ridiculously hilarious just to watch this reluctant New England guy just...
He's a homebody.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to be out.
Going abroad.
This sounds like the show for me. I'm gonna start watching that.
All right. Okay, so that's the segment called What We Have Been Watching, or What Are You Watching? We are still working on titles, so what have you. Anyways, so now we will get into the main topic of discussion. The next segment we call Let's Just Talk About Stuff. I'm running out of names here, people. But I do have music for it. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually playing that on piano. I'm not.
So talented.
All right, so the main topic of discussion for this podcast is, of course, Comic Con. And,
What's that?
yeah, what is that?
What are comics?
It's my pop culture religious experience that I go to each year, where the Mecca is at the San Diego Convention Center. So we're going to take it to maybe our Aldrich Towners who won't be able to make it to Comic Con to express their, I guess their displeasure of not being able to come. But we'll get them in next year, definitely. We're going to go to Trey and Val, and of what they want us to fulfill for them if they were in our shoes. So what are you guys excited for Comic Con, Trey and Val?
Well, I just love the cosplay, to tell the truth. I love everybody's creativity.
Yes. Yes, and you know what? I was going to go as Bob Belcher, but to keep it professional for the podcast, I might just go in my Zombies to Alien shirt. Maybe I'll grow out my Bob Belcher mustache. Might be just a Bob Belcher peach fuzz by then. Anything else?
Well, I know Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out next month, but it wouldn't hurt to, I don't know if they have a panel. Do they have a panel this year?
No, they do not. Probably because, actually, you know what? I don't know. I can't say for sure. There is a Marvel panel, but I don't think they would do Guardians just because it's just so close to releasing. I don't think they would promote that much. Mostly everything is going to be spoilers for Age of Ultron, which really I don't want any spoilers to Age of Ultron because I just want to come into it fresh, but there's already been spoilers out there on Entertainment Weekly's magazine and stuff.
Oh, fun. That just gave away way too much information, I think. So I would say Age of Ultron, but you're right. I wouldn't want to see anything. Keep the magic.
Are you doing some ventriloquism while talking through to Val? I can't hear you as much, but yeah. What about you, Val? What do you want us to do for you at Comic-Con? What do you want us to experience?
I really have no idea. I never know. I'm the type of person that I get really excited about stuff, and then when I get there, I kind of shut down. I'm just happy to be there, and I'm just grinning, and I don't do anything. So, yeah, I really don't know. Whatever. I'd be excited about everything. My poor little mind can't handle it.
We made a schedule of Zombies to Aliens is not going to be at all these panels, but we made a schedule, and that's on all of our social medias and websites of all the things we find interesting. I think it's the cream of the crop. I actually even put some Dungeons and Dragons gaming on there that I want to actually learn to one at least. Learn how to play maybe Pathfinder. Yeah, so we can't. There's a lot of things, and unfortunately, we can't be at all of them. But I would like to be somehow. All right. How about people who will be accompanying me? Tony, Tyler, and Edgar. What are your guys' expectations for Comic-Cons? What are the things you want to see?
Well, this year it's a little bittersweet for me because, I've been volunteering at Comic-Con for a couple of years now, and this is going to be the first year where I didn't make it in to volunteer for a variety of reasons that I won't go into detail. But essentially, point is, I have myself one solid day at the con this year, which is really disappointing because I'm accustomed to going at least for the 3 days, But I'm going to make it the best I can, silver lining to everything. So I'm definitely going to do the outside stuff, which is kind of, it's kind of cool because whereas if I did have all the passes, I would feel like stressed out. Which panel am I going to go to? You know, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have time to make it to all these things. But now I can just enjoy all the outside stuff, which is
Right.
really fun.
You have to schedule it around volunteering and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm to answer the question though, basically the number one thing I'm looking forward to is something I'm not guaranteed to go to. It's outside of Comic-Con on Friday. There's going to be a concert with one of my favorite bands, Exodus. Actually, Kirk Hammett will be there as a special guest, and I'm hoping to win tickets for that through the Metallica Club and through Instagram contests. That's the number one thing. Now, that would be a downer if I don't make it into that. So my next favorite thing will be the MTV party on Thursday, which is gonna
Yes,
be
that's
freaking
gonna be
awesome.
Yeah, you went to that last year and told me about it, and I was like, what?
Free
Yeah.
drinks, free
They
food.
got free beer.
Pizza? I guess
Nice.
there is drinking at Comic-Con, but just like outside. So I don't want you to have to make you relive the moment, but would you like to tell our listeners of your experience about almost getting in to see Metallica's Secret Show last year?
Ah, man, damn it. Well, that is
Dude,
a painful
that's-
experience. It's painful, man. It's like reliving a traumatic.
Oh my god.
Um, well, we were there at the panel because they were promoting their new movie Through the Never last year, and we were actually pretty close to the panel, and we were enjoying it. And then all of a sudden at the end, they're like, okay, so then, of course, everybody's here to try and get tickets to go to the secret show, and if you have like, what is it, like, I don't know, brown or like ticket number 500 through 1,000, you're in, and then like the whole panel, it's a pretty big panel too, of the guests were like trying to flip out. They're like, what tickets? Because nobody ever gave out tickets, which is what they were supposed to do upon entry of the hall. So and then they were like, whoops, we dropped the ball, so let's give out the tickets now. And so they proceeded to give out these tickets, right? But of course they did it in such a way where all the winning tickets were in one continuous order, so only one section, like literally a row of people got in.
I really don't see how that's fair.
Yeah, it was like complete bullshit. And so
All the people who can be jizzed on by Kirk Hammett in the front row will be able to go.
We were pretty
Yeah.
sad.
It was pretty. And okay, so the cherry on top, right, is the part where I was bummed out. I went home and I was like, "Woe is me." And then guess what? I found out later that they were just letting people in. They didn't need a
Oh,
ticket
yeah, that's right. You told me.
because it was a free show and it was just who first come first serve. So you didn't even need a fucking ticket. Oh, sorry, French, but yes.
So the lesson here is, I think, for the kids at home, especially the kids at home, don't follow the rules because nothing good happens.
Yes, that is, and that's what I'm going to do this year. If I don't win the dang tickets for the Exodus concert, I'm going to not follow the rules and I'm going to show up and see what happens. That is that.
Nice, nice. Oh, yeah, sorry to make you relive that moment, but I found it slightly entertaining.
Oh.
Sorry, kind of girl. How about you, Edgar? What are you excited for this year?
Oh my god, just reliving that moment too. This year, I'm hoping to see the new season of Rick and Morty. Of course,
yes.
Assassin's Creed, the new one. Unity, and I don't know. The MTV party, it sounds pretty good. Linkin Park is gonna play a free show,
Oh, cool.
So-
That's awesome. Didn't
so that's
fireworks
amazing.
last year, or are they going to do fireworks this year, you think?
I
Well,
hope so because they were pretty good.
Well, I imagine they would because this is supposed to be an even bigger event than last year because it's an action. They're going to record it. So,
And this is at Petco, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Petco Park.
And you need your badge to get in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of things this year, even the outside things, you're going to need your badge. Usually, I'll tell you, listeners, a couple free places maybe. Nintendo Lounge usually doesn't check for badges, so you can go into the Nintendo Lounge. That's at the Hyatt right next door. Or the Marriott?
Marriott.
Marriott, that's it. Marriott right next door. And that's pretty much it. The Xbox Lounge now even requires a badge, and there's actually going to be at the Petco parking lot. There's a kind of branch off of Comic-Con where everyone has. There's Sin City 2, Dame to Kill 4, and like a area. They're gonna be in the Petco parking lot, and I think you're required to have a badge there too. So it's gonna be slim pickings if you don't have a badge. I was also gonna say a PSA for people who missed out this year, even volunteering or even buying a badge, that next year is going to be even more exclusive because they just sent out word this year that you have to hold on to your badge that you got that you paid for this year to even be able to pre-register for next year. So that's kind of disappointing. And volunteering as well. Only returning volunteers are guaranteed a spot, and there's a limited spot for new volunteers. So just not volunteering, even just to apply to volunteer, I think that's something. Apply to volunteer and maybe not go. Won't be blacklisted, especially if you didn't get a job yet. Just apply each year, just so your name is on there, and you'll be able to get in. But if you missed out this year, it's going to be hard for you to go next year. And actually, me and Edgar will be pre-volunteering.
We're on the moon, Peter.
What's that? I cannot understand, Tony.
He's speaking in
Alien.
discordant piano.
Yeah. Me and Edgar
I
are...
thought it was Skynet.
For volunteers, you get a chance to pre-volunteer before the show, and they give you a free day for each day you pre-volunteer. So we're doing that on preview night. Yeah, so that's my little PSA. How about you, Mr. Tyler? What are you excited for this Comic-Con?
Well, I kind of like what Trey and Val said, that it is really fun to see all the cosplays and some of the dedication of fans. And it is a little overwhelming when you get there. It's just like so much, and especially with the crowds of people making it hard to get to where you want to go and stuff. There is going to be a Witcher panel, I believe that's on Thursday, that I kind of want to check out. They're going to be talking about the books and the games, and as well as some other stuff. And it looks like Wednesday is a little scarce in terms of panels.
You know, one of your favorite people is going to be here this year. I don't know if it's one of your favorite, but a person you at least take interest in. George R.R. Martin will be signing autographs. I don't know if you have to get tickets for his autographs or something like that, or win tickets, but he will be signing autographs, I think, each day, or at least Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
It looks like it's going to be on Thursday.
Yeah.
It says there's a drawing.
Yeah, there's a drawing, and then, yeah. So that's not too fun. I remember there was no drawings back in the day. But anyway.
I thought George R.R. Martin doesn't sign autographs. He just kicks you in the nuts if you're a fan.
Yeah. Sure he is, buddy. And he's at a panel as well, I think, for Games of Thrones. Yeah, other than that. So you're excited for the overall experience, basically.
Yeah, there's a Mass Effect panel that I kind of think I want to see, but then it's like, are they really going to show us anything that we didn't see at E3? Since Mass Effect 4 is so far out, I highly doubt it.
Right.
That's kind of the problem with being a video game fan and going to Comic-Con, is that you get a lot of table scraps from E3.
Yeah, pretty much. What about Arkham Knight?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I'm on the schedule here, and I'm looking for Arkham Knight. I'm seeing something that says world premiere of Batman Assault on Arkham.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a DC original movie.
Yeah. But there's Arkham. There's gonna be an Arkham Knight panel, I believe. Mm-hmm. You know, funny enough, most of the stuff I'm excited for is not even gonna be at the convention center. Most of it's gonna be in the hotels nearby, like the Hyatt and the Marriott. Well, a couple of them I went to last year. I'll probably go to this year again because it was just so damn hilarious. It's the Bob's Burgers panel, and right after that is the Archer panel, and it's just fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what is this Nerd HQ
Sorry
at
about that,
Petco
y'all.
Park?
Nerd HQ. That's probably what the whole area is called, of the Nerd HQ, or yeah, is that the parking lot?
No, I thought it was just a series of exhibits there at Petco, but I could be wrong. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's probably it. That's the parking lot with all the
It's-
little experiences and stuff. There's like, I know
It's
Sin City
the
2.
offshoot
I don't
of
know what else is going
Comic Con. It's
Yeah.
So it has its own tickets or
yeah.
badge holders?
So
you
basically,
just-
one thing I like about Nerd HQ is they have their.
I think we're losing Tony.
Tony, no!
They're gonna do the
He's
conversation
gonna say
off,
something
which is cool.
interesting. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Alright, so is there anyone else who would like to say anything about Comic-Con before we sign off? Comic-Con rocks. Yeah.
I
So
like
we're gonna-
comics.
yeah. Well, I'll actually maybe buy some comics. I might actually buy the Batman 66 meets the Green Hornet there. Hopefully get it signed by Kevin Smith or Ralph Garman. That'd be fun.
Hey, I got something that maybe we could ask the whole panel. Like first experiences at Comic Cons. You guys want to relay your first experience? No.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Who would like to go first?
Trey.
You go first.
Tyler, you go first.
Okay. The first Comic-Con I went with Peter, and that was back. I don't know. It had to have been. It was early 2000s, and you could just walk in the front door and get in line and buy a ticket there. And yeah, it was definitely a different experience. It just wasn't quite as insane as it is now. But otherwise, I don't remember any. I know we saw Quentin Tarantino one time.
Yeah, that was cool. He was just out in the convention floor. I think
Yeah, but otherwise, I don't remember very many specifics. I remember Peter getting Bruce Campbell's autograph, but that's about it.
Yeah, good stuff. For my first Comic-Con, God, it's hard because I've been going a lot, and I'll just get an early memory. How about that? So one of my first Comic-Cons, I don't think I've ever been when it was at Eaton Hall. I think I've always gone when it was at the convention center. I would think I was too little to go when it was over at the old small place. But I went, I remember going, and my first memory is going, I believe, I got the autographs from the whole Dragon Ball Z, the English dubbed actors. I got all their autographs on trading cards, on Dragon Ball Z trading cards. And then I also, same year, I got a signed picture from Gendy Tartakovsky of Buttercup. So that was pretty cool. You used to be able to see people more back when Comic-Con wasn't so big.
Oh yeah, because the celebrities weren't in danger of getting mobbed to death.
Actually, a funny story before we can go, and Tony can collaborate on this as well, or validate it. One of my favorite memories was I was at Comic-Con with Tony. We were just walking around, and all of a sudden Tony, he like disappeared. It was like almost like Paranormal Activity. And right next to me, all of a sudden I see out of my peripherals was Thomas Lennon was rocking right beside me from Reno 911. And
I remember that.
first, I didn't know his name at first. My first reaction was I just turned to my right and said, Reno 911. What's going on? Like, yeah, we're here. We're at he was just walking around with his he had I forget the name of his Asian comedian friend, but he's also hilarious. He was with them. And we had this, from another like booth, we had this Comic-Con, it was a treasure hunt, and on it was like get a autograph from a D-list celebrity. And Thomas Lennon was like, yeah, I'll sign that for you guys. You mind if it's like a F-list celebrity? And we were like, ha, ha, ha. That was one of my favorite moments, and that was with Tony here.
That actually, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but that same day I met one of the band members from together. So that was kind of interesting. It was my first celebrity experience, and then right after we went to that one guy.
Cool. All right. Is anyone else would like to talk about the first Comic-Con moment, or maybe a Comic-Con moment?
Yeah, I'll just do mine real quick. It was Golden Hall. We had like 3 or 4 times we went to Golden Hall, but back when it was in Golden Hall, it was separated by that hallway. So back when it was in Golden Hall, it was separated by a hallway. On the right was the exhibit hall, excuse me, and on the left was like the tables for all the gaming and whatnot. So yeah, it was. They had Artist Alley. Usually Artist Alley had the longest lines, but there's hardly any lines. You came up, bought your ticket there, and so it was really weird. It's the first. There was a lot of Playboy and Penthouse booths, believe it or not. That's where I
Really?
actually found my first Playboy.
Ah, that's where it started.
That's
It was mainly just print media. So
No wonder it said
true.
Comic-Con edition on it.
probably good.
Anyways.
I just when you say that, I just think about the movie. Seeing it with Paul, and then the girl with the 3 boobs.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, just now when I said I thought about the new Thor.
Oh well, yeah, that too.
She's gonna be in Playboy. But for Trey, do you remember getting anyone's autograph?
Yeah, specifically, I showed up to the first Comic-Con, and Jim Lee. I got in line for Jim Lee. And that was at the height of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Oh.
and I wanted him to sign my Wolverine killing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles drawing, but he wouldn't do the front, so I was like, all right, can you do the back? And he didn't. He actually drew a Colossus for me that has been lost to time. I used to have it.
Man.
Probably got sold for like heroin money.
You know that errand. Yeah, so now we're at an all-time low for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I believe.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it. I do not like the new. Oh, I saw them at Walmart the other day, the toys. I'm like, no, their noses, no, I can't.
You know what I think
You guys don't like Shrek Ninja Turtles?
No. I mean, Shredder still looked badass, so that was nice, but no.
It looks
the Turtles,
cool.
no.
I think the idea is to make them so grotesque and ugly that they kind of become fascinating. I think that was... If Michael Bay had a original thought, I think,
It's too real, Roy. It's too real.
yeah. How about you, Val? What was your first Comic-Con moment, or an early Comic-Con moment?
My first Comic-Con, I attended with Onesto Stubbs, Trey.
You also
It was overwhelming, you know. It was pretty awesome, though, seeing all the people. Seth Green was really short, you know. And he was just standing right there. I'm like, isn't that... Yeah, it is. And I'm like, wow, he's really short, you know. But it was pretty awesome. We got a signature from Patton Oswalt.
Oh, God, yeah. He was short, too, actually.
And he was just, you know, very personable and everything, you know. He was awesome. Brian Posen was there, and we wanted an autograph from him, too, but he was charging, so we're like, boo.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I guess I kind of understand charging for your signature, but come on.
Yeah, I would like to get...
I mean, no disrespect or anything, but I couldn't name 5 people who knew who Brian Posen was. So, you know, yeah, I'm like, you're not quite there yet. You're good, but you're not at that level yet, okay? So, you know, it was kind of weird, you know. It's that whole meeting your heroes type thing,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah. But, yeah, it wasn't that crowded. There was a lot of comics. I don't know, it seems like as the years go by, the comic section kind of gets smaller and smaller, pulled and pushed out of the way by all these big TV shows and movie stars coming in trying to get some of that exposure. So, you know, it's definitely different. Even I can tell.
Yeah, it's more of a comic corner now.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. So, and, you know, it's like they were saying, you know, they were trying to move Comic-Con or whatever. They shouldn't move Comic-Con. Keep Comic-Con in San Diego and everything, but just move all the TV and movie stuff to somewhere else, because we're losing sight of why everyone loves Comic-Con, you know, so.
Yeah, we need to keep it in San Diego. We're actually friends on Facebook with an organization called Keep It Comic-Con in San Diego, and they helped keep Comic-Con. They had a petition that was going around and signed that actually helped it to be in San Diego for this year and the years continuing. But so yeah, that's I think that was a nice way to sort of end our podcast, our first podcast on Comic-Con. We'll be doing a follow-up next Sunday, same zombie time, same alien channel. Sunday at 11 o'clock we'll be doing our follow-up. I might even be doing it from Comic-Con itself if I decide to go on Sunday, which is Kids Day, and kids love zombies and aliens, so why not do it at Comic-Con? Alright, so signing off from Zombies to Aliens. We don't really have a sign-off, but yeah, we'll see you later. Say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
That's good enough. That sign-off will work.
Don't get abducted.
Yeah. Protect your cornholes and your brains. What you watching?